my race the other night where my power went off 30 seconds
Oh
into the
no.
race.
That must not have been good.
Yeah. Dude, I just had a 58 King's Pass. I had to reset. You know what are you gonna do?
Right, King's Pass people arrive. Is 58 good for current patch or no?
It's equivalent to like a 53.
Oh, okay.
So like decent, yeah. So the difference is what we were talking about before we reset. The difference is in the current patch run to the 1221 run is in the 1221 version of the run, we go and get dash slash really early to skip a lot of levers in Sanctum and get Shade Soul and do all those things. But in this run, we can't do lever skips, so we don't get dash slash until pretty much the end of the run. And same thing with any lever skip we can't do. Another big thing that we do later than usual is we do the Umu, Hera, and Hornet 2 out of order. So we do Hornet 2 later. There's a bunch of little minor differences, like we can't do inventory drops, so we get Cyclone Slash to fall faster a lot sooner in the run than 1221 does.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Ooh, Oko missing that Vengefly Pogo, which is really, really unfortunate.
Oh,
that
yeah.
That Vengefly's RNG is a lot worse on current patch. It's usually a lot farther left.
I've seen it also sometimes go to the other side of the runner's platform that they need to get onto.
Yeah, that's an effect of having high FPS due to just current patch's better optimization. Most runners will have higher FPS, so the Vengefly flies faster, so it can fly all the way back, which is unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah. On Hollow Knight, it's a little bit interesting. The lower the FPS, for the most part, the better off you are.
Yeah. Well, up to a certain point, of course.
Yeah, up to a certain point. You don't want VSync on.
Yeah. So a certain tech that you're going to see the runners do is instead of inventory dropping, as soon as they hit the ground after a hardfall, they're going to quickly open and close their inventory to take away the hardfall animation. It's actually faster. It saves almost a half a second opening and closing your inventory than just regularly hardfalling.
There is a way to inventory drop. If you open your inventory, I think it's frame perfect, the frame after you walk off a platform, as you just saw Jamie do over there.
Yeah, and you're seeing both the runners do it, which is very nice.
Really
this inventory drop, this inventory drop saves pretty decent amount of time. There's only a couple that really matter in the run, but that is definitely one of them.
The unfortunate thing with that one, though, is that you can get an RNG hit from the aggressor in the middle of your inventory drop.
It's the most frustrating thing ever.
Yeah, it knocks you out, and because you have to be walking off of a platform to get the inventory drop on current patch, it's not so easy as just opening the inventory again.
Yeah. So, so far, I guarantee both of these runners are not happy with their beginning splits. They've both taken a little bit of damage. Oko with the first Vengefly, and Jamie's Aspid is being a little whack in the Aspid arena.
They both had a little bit of trouble with the first go room as well.
Yeah. No, that go room, Jamie takes an intentional hit of damage to boost forward because the cycle is tighter on current patch.
I did not know that. There are so many small differences like that you just don't think of.
Yeah, a lot of the cycles are different in current patch, and actually a lot of the cycles are more consistent. RNG doesn't really change a lot of the cycles here. So, like, the Moss Knights, which are coming up in a little bit, which are a very big source of RNG in the early game, actually are completely consistent in this patch of the game.
Might switch to current patch just for that.
Well, there are plenty of reasons which we'll see coming up. We'll see Sanctum coming up, which is the reason to not play on current patch.
Yeah, Sanctum. I looked at Sanctum and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna down patch.
Yeah. With no lever skips and no Shade Soul, Sanctum's a little bit chaotic.
It's brutal.
Yeah, you might see similar Sanctums if you've watched any 106 or 112 runs. They have similar problems with Sanctum.
Yeah, because the thing with the Soul Twisters is they can teleport right into you.
We'll see if you runners go for Torch Game. No, Jamie with the no Torch Game.
I got the Torch Game for the first time ever, my first attempt, too.
Is Oko going to go for the Torch Game?
He does not.
So, when we say torch game, there's 2 torches, or there's a torch and a just a standing pedestal skull on a spike. That you can forward slash in between, and it's incredibly tight. It's just something we like to do because we're bored when we're just walking.
Yeah, pretty much. There's basically throughout the run, you might see the runners just randomly swinging their nail at the air. There's literally no reason why they are doing that other than boredom.
Yeah, although unless you're doing grass percent, of course.
Yes, grass percent. I mean, the goal is to get as much grass as you can during any run, because the more grass you get, the more blessed it is.
Ooh, Oko hitting a version of Trinomi planks there, where he doesn't get knockback from that plank, which is
nice.
Which is very nice. Still doesn't get the tick cycle, which is very, very tight on current patch, but good to see. So a very significant part of early game RNG are these boulders, which can give you a certain amount of spits. Jamie gets first spit, which is nice. And
Hopefully we'll get a first spit for Oko as well.
Every spit that they don't lose is about a second, which is 2.
3 spit. That Oko is not happy with that.
3 spit. 3 spit. I'm like, okay. Anything more than a 3 spit, I'm mad. But 3 spit, it's okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit spoiled because I consistently get 1 spits.
Oh, that's where all my boulder RNG has been going.
It's
figured it out. I figured it out. All of your RNG chat, it's all going to Sira.
I think I was mildly pissed today because I got a 2 spit.
Oh my god. Dude, look at this spoiled girl. So another thing is we collect full stole on this climb, so we hit a lot more things because we actually have to kill this boulder. Ooh, is Jamie gonna go for the fireball skip here?
I hope.
Please.
Oh, she gets it. Nice.
Jamie hitting the 1-2-2-1 trick, which you love to see.
So both of them. Oh, Oko getting hit by that boulder.
Oko's high FPS, kind of screwing him there.
Yeah, at least he doesn't get knocked into the acid though, which is a thing that can happen.
That is unfortunate. Ooh, Jamie falling there. That is always annoying when you fall off one of these platforms in Green Path.
Oh yeah. One of them, the first platform, if you fall off of, you have to go all the way back around, which is very frustrating.
Yeah. So now we're seeing a fireball skip from Jamie. Another attempt.
Or hopefully. There we go.
There we go.
Second try, not bad.
Yeah, it's a good thing that she had full soul. Good for the second attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this skip it's not the most difficult skip in the run, but it is certainly quite volatile, and you'll see even really, really good runners miss it sometimes.
Oko misses the skip and is going for the squid back up. That one is, even if you kill the squid by accident, or you get it completely out of the right positioning, if you leave and re-enter the room, it'll reappear, which is very good, because if you miss that skip, those sequence of skips, then you have to go all the way around Green Path, which is not something you want to do during a run.
So both of the runners missing the second skip, and both of them hitting the backup for the second one, which is very
really impressive.
With the backup, missing the fireball skip only loses 2 seconds, which is very nice.
Oh really?
But as thanks to our wonderful timekeeper Rickson in the chat, we see that 7 seconds was lost to pretty much only boulder RNG, which is unfortunate to say the least.
Oh yeah. It's still early on in the race though, and anything can happen, especially with the current patch ePogo. Although I did hear that there was a new version found that's a lot more forgiving.
Yeah, so the Comfy Pogo, affectionately called Comfy Pogo by the community, because it's a lot easier than any other ePogo on this patch. Because in this patch, you can't pogo the explosion, you can only pogo the spore. So what they do on 1-2-2-1 and pogo the explosion, we can't do here.
Yeah.
So Oko healed, which was definitely the smart choice. There's a lot of weird damage you could take in the end of the split, and sometimes Hornet is not very forgiving.
Oh yeah, especially with the Moss Knights over here. Do the Moss Knights have the same amount of health between patches?
Yes, thankfully.
Okay. I did hear that the hitbox is a little bit different for the shield though.
Yeah, it's a lot more forward, which is It's not.
Jamie
It doesn't make it
missing-
worse. It's just harder to get the double.
Okay. Jamie missing a couple fireballs early on, but that was a really nice stagger lock over there.
So with Hornet, we're just basically trying to keep her in the corner and maybe potentially get some double fireballs, which are pretty hard to do regardless of patch. It's not any harder here.
Yeah, I imagine there are some bosses that are harder on current patch, but Hornet 1 is not one of them.
Actually, it's a little harder. It takes an extra hit to stagger, but you can
Oh,
argue
really?
if that's easier or harder. It doesn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, okay. There's so many small differences between current patch and 1.2.2.1 that I find so fascinating.
Yeah, like why would they up the stagger number on Hornet 1? On actually almost every boss, the stagger limit is increased by only 1.
Oh, really?
It's pretty consistent across bosses. Like
Well
Hornet 2 is, I think, 8 to stagger, 8 hits instead of 7.
So the reason that the runners are on current patch answering chat is because this is the current patch bracket. It's separate from patch 1.2.2.1. The route is a little bit different, as well as certain strats for different enemies. And so it's a different category completely. So now you'll see Jamie making her way through Fungal Waste, while Oko a couple rooms behind. Jamie is, I want to say, I think 3-4 rooms away from the EPOG room that we were talking about.
Yep, and you can see her gathering soul pretty in advance because the current patch E-Pogo, the Comfy Pogo, requires 2 fireballs. It's a pretty interesting trick. If you haven't seen it, it's a sight to behold. It looks hard, but it's a lot easier than any of the alternatives.
Oh yeah, that doesn't mean it's easy, but
No.
easier is still a big thing.
Yeah, and a big thing with this trick is if you mess it up once, you cannot go for it again.
Right.
You have to go all the way around if you miss it once. So we'll see Jamie do it right here. Hopefully.
I did hear that there's a 3 fireball variant and a 1 fire variant.
Ooh, Jamie missing it.
She does not get it. That could be a chance for Oko to catch up.
Yeah, this is a big chance for Oko to make up pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Ooh, Oko not grabbing those rocks.
Is it a thing for you to get it in current patch?
Yeah.
Oko also missing it. It looks like they're going to go for the original
Pantapoga?
Pantapogo, yes.
Ah.
This is the really hard version that we were talking about.
Going for it again. Unfortunate.
Missing it again. Decides that it's not worth it and heading over to the roundabout way.
And Jamie stays comfortably in the lead.
But at 1 health. Wise decision to heal there. Jamie actually manages to pogo off of that tall mantis, which is a lot harder than it appears.
Yeah, Jamie picking up claw at 1050. She cannot be happy with herself. I actually don't know if she would be watching the race beforehand and will know that if she is ahead or behind. Because if you miss Epoga, you have to assume that you're behind at this stage.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ooh, and Oko taking a lot of damage.
Oko also
ending up at 1 HP. Not in a comfortable situation. Yeah.
Please heal. Okay, thank you, Oko.
Yeah, Jamie, almost a minute behind, probably.
We'll see what Rixian posts in the chat. Thank you, Rixian, for always keeping us updated on the runners' times.
We do always appreciate it.
Always.
Yeah,
So,
but regardless of time difference right now, there's a lot of places where runners can make up or lose time. Especially...
Nasty Soul Sanctum RNG can...
Yeah, transitioning perfectly into Soul Sanctum, the bane of all runners' existence.
That's coming next year?
Right after the Shade Pogo, we go directly to Soul Sanctum. Yep.
Okay.
So the runners are going to be grabbing this stag because we have a little extra geo compared to 1.2.2.1, and we're also going to be doing something known as a shade skip, which you've probably already heard before, but I'll explain it anyways. So basically, you're dying on purpose, and then you are bouncing off the shade that you leave when you die. and getting up to an area that you're not really supposed to be at until later in the game.
Yeah. But first, the runners will be saving Sly, which is something we do not do on patch 1221. I think because what do you need Lantern for? Oh no, you get Elegant Key from Sly. I'm thinking Lantern, like, it's any percent, but...
Yeah, we just need Elegant Key.
Okay.
Because
do you
we
purchase
can't
Lantern while you're there, or no? Okay. Yeah,
we
it
don't-
is a huge geo cost, so...
Yeah, so, asked by Rickson, how tight is Geo on current patch? In all honesty, it's pretty tight. Not as tight as 1221, but if Rickson takes bottom route and gets a couple rows of hoppers later, much later in the run, then he should be fine.
So Jamie now dying for the shade skip. Oko will be following suit pretty soon. Shade skip is the same on between the two patches, right?
Yes. At least I haven't felt or done any difference as someone who's run both patches. So Rickson, sorry, saying Chatter's names. Oko is going to be dying here, and Jamie is going to be making her way all the way to Sanctum. We're going to be also grabbing Gorgeous Husk on the way, something that 1221 does, but we're not going to be quitting out, obviously.
So, Sanctum, is there any place for the runners to heal or take a safety bench?
There is a safety bench in Watcher's Spire, which I expect both runners to take, because if you don't take that, you're going to have to reroute about 400 Geo, which is not fun to do in a race setting.
That's a lot, yeah. I mean, that's assuming that they don't get their shade back, but if they were to not take that safety bench, where would they spawn?
They would spawn all the way at Salubra's hut, which
that is way too far.
Yeah, you have to do the shade skip again, pretty much. And because you have to shade skip, you don't get your Geo back.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of runners in, at least in any percent races, you'll see a lot of players take the bench by King Station, and in current patch all skills races, you're going to see a lot of people take the benches in Watcher's Spire.
Well, the current in 1221, the bench in King Station is actually mandatory because we quit out there from Gorgeous Husk as well as Dash Slash.
Yep, I was meaning in 1221 any percent.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But of course, you're going to see him bench there in this too. Oko forgot to equip Shaman Stone.
Honestly, Shaman Stone, I don't blame Oko. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, the name of my split. Ooh, Jamie on 1 HP
no.
here.
Please heal Jamie.
Alright. Alright, she healed and is yeah, that was definitely scary. If she died there, she would have had the exact same problem that she would have had if she didn't take Sanctum Bench.
Yeah.
Or yeah, Spire Bench. Yeah, so we're gonna have to fight this Great Hook Sentry, which dies relatively quick with good play. We're gonna have to do that because we can't do the first lever skip, which opens that dark room that you may have seen. But yeah, on the plus side, you don't have to deal with the dark room. On the negative, then you have to waste a lot of time killing that guy, and he does two hit points of damage, which is not always fun. And you also have to deal with
especially if you mess up your cycles, then it can be difficult.
Yep. So we're going to see Oko not take the Spire Bench, probably because he already took the King Station Bench. So we don't have to worry about massive time loss if either of the runners die.
Which bench is quicker to take?
Definitely the Spire Bench.
Interesting. So I wonder why Oko opted for the other bench then.
Likely because he wanted Shaman Stone for Gorgeous Husk.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so this first Spell Twister, you're going to see a lot of these Spell Twisters, and they're all equally as annoying as the first.
The first one is the only one that we need to kill, though. The rest you try to dash past and hope for the best.
Yeah, most of the time. So this is one of the more difficult. This is Sanctum. These dashing into spell twisters. Jamie gets some pretty unfortunate RNG there.
Taking 3 hits. Oh no, Jamie.
Yeah, she's gonna go down to the elevator and heal up on the elevator.
The good thing is you can't get hit while in the elevator.
That is nice, yeah. So now we're gonna do the Soul Warrior, which takes quite a bit longer on this patch because we don't have Shade Soul at this point. Ooh, Jamie face tanking a little bit. That has to be definitely unfortunate.
I think Jamie might be trying to save a bit of soul to be able to heal afterwards.
Definitely what it looks like. Ohko has a much better room. That is some significant time save. Probably just save 15 seconds in that room alone.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then not having to heal afterwards.
Yep.
Especially if this next bit of Sanctum ends up being bad for Jamie. Looks like Jamie's picking up a lot of soul to heal up before the next bit, though.
Yeah, so this room is affectionately known as Hell Room, and for good reason, too. There are 3 spell twisters in this room, and they can all get in your way, and none of them displayed how bad the room could be. Because
wow, Jamie just got
really
perfect
good
RNG.
Yeah.
Made up for the last room.
Yeah, absolutely perfect RNG. Ohko is going to be going in smartly healing with 2 HP there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so all the guys spawned right for Ohko, so that's some pretty good RNG. Both runners get good RNG.
Both got really good RNG.
Yeah. So there's only 3. If they all spawn right, you're pretty much fine. Yeah, you can start to speed up.
So with Soulmaster, you want to be able to get as many doubles as possible. It's like trying to use the mechanic of it teleporting away when you hit it to be able to hit it twice.
Yep. Ooh, that was a nice double from Jamie.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that was a very clean fight from Jamie.
I think almost all of her not Shade Souls, all of her spells doubled.
So we don't have Shade Soul here, unlike 1-2-2-1, so it makes the fight a little bit longer, a little bit more prone to bad RNG. And the second half of the fight is less crazy.
Yeah, so the Speed Gaming volunteers telling us that we're going to get a time sync pause soon. Just to sync up the runners' timers.
Yeah, that should be nice. Yeah, this is a good place to sync up. Upcoming, we have a big stretch where the runners are not going to be benching. So basically, we're going to take the Spire bench again because we have to warp back there, quit out, warp back there. But other than that, we're going to be going all the way to Dream Nail and all the way to Cyclone Slash without quitting out. So if you die at all at that point, by those points, you're kind of screwed.
Cyclone Slash, though, there aren't any risky points.
Unless you decide to take it really risky and go for the Crystal Dash through the little enemy that screws you with RNG. See if Jamie goes for the fake dive.
Well, that's assuming that you're at 1 health there, which hopefully you're not.
That's true. Yeah, so these I think they're called Follies. And is it mistakes or is it? I think it's called something else.
Follies are the flying ones and mistakes are the glidey ones.
Yeah, so they can definitely be annoying. They're frame rate dependent on how fast they fly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, pretty like everything in this game. You should see if chat hasn't seen what those little dudes look like at very high FPS. It's definitely a sight to behold. The knight literally cannot outrun them.
Oh, that's horrifying. Makes me happy I play on a semi-potato.
Yeah. Ohko made back a little bit of time in that Sanctum split, but he's gonna need maybe a mess up from Jamie and maybe just very good play for the rest of the race to come back. That's unfortunate, but 2 HP there is not too terrible.
Yeah.
Because we are benching upcoming where Jamie is. We're going back to Spire bench and benching. And then we're going to be making all the way, our way to the Crystal Peaks.
Crystal Peaks is, if not for Sanctum being Sanctum, I'd say it's the scariest split.
Yeah, definitely. Sanctum is quite a sight to behold. Jamie hitting that inventory drop there. She is very, very good at inventory drops. That is something to note in this upcoming split. Getting some extra
Are there a
geo
lot
too.
of inventory drops in Crystal Peak splits?
Yes, there are. There's two very, 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 very impactful ones that if you get can save a couple seconds each, which is, I mean, like, it's important for a single trick.
Right.
Not the-
Oh, those are the ones right before the Crystal Heart Room, correct?
Yes. Yeah, there's two
Okay.
big drops.
So
And-
we'll have to look out for if the runners do those.
Yeah, I'm expecting Jamie to heal here. There it is.
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go.
I heard that Underplat, which is a swag trick that saves, I think, like 0.2 seconds or something, is harder on current patch.
I don't think it's any more difficult. It could definitely be more difficult. I wouldn't really know, but I think it's the same difficulty.
Okay. I'd heard that like there's less room in between the hitboxes, but
You could definitely
complete
be right.
hearsay.
Regardless, you should always go for it.
Oh yeah, no question. If you don't run invalid.
So something very, very important to note is Jamie has done a couple Mila percent runs recently, which is the greatest run of the game.
Nope.
After being a valiant Mila defender for a long time, she finally succumbed to the greatness, which is the Mila.
No, Jamie.
If anyone in chat doesn't have a
could
blue
you
roll and wants
betray
one, do Mila percent. It is the greatest.
Nope.
Yeah, so Jamie not opting to go for the Pogax. The trick.
Understandable. Pogax can only saves a couple seconds, but if you mess up the trick, it loses a lot of time. And especially with Jamie's lead, she doesn't need it.
Yeah. Another thing is that's also slightly different on current patch. One of the many, many things. That's very, very slightly different on current patch.
Oh right, you need to pick up Elegant Key.
Yeah, so here we're not gonna be going straight through the room picking up Elegant Key because we're not picking up Elegant Key, we're picking up the Shopkeeper's Key so we could talk to Sly later and then pick up the Elegant Key.
Yes.
A lot of things that we have to do. Just to get something that 1221 gets for free.
Not for free, we gotta get Dash Slash.
Oh, that's true.
Plus 800 Geo. So there you see Jamie with the second inventory drop. Unfortunately, I missed if she got the first.
I'm assuming so, and we're gonna hopefully see an underplat from Jamie. Maybe a Homo Ball, Homothety Fireball. You love to see it.
So it looks like Jamie's going for the damageless cycle. I think the setups are a little bit different though between patches.
Yeah, she messed it up.
Damage cycle?
No, she messed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Underplat.
And
Woo!
there's an underplat. It didn't affect her too badly though. She was able to recover and still get the fast cycle.
Yeah, which is good to see. Because if you mess up, usually it can take a lot of time and a couple damage boosts to even try to recover. Oko hitting the first inventory drop. And hitting the second.
Nice.
Am I the only one who can't hit those inventory drops?
I mean, I certainly have never gotten them more than by luck. They're hard.
Yeah, certainly. Frame perfect trick is frame perfect trick. So coming up, we're going to be seeing the first dark room of the run, and Jamie hitting another inventory drop. After this,
like Oko went for the damage cycle, which I don't know why they did that, seeing as they're at 2 HP now.
Yeah, it's, a lot of people don't know the damageless cycle, and it's more difficult, and it loses time. So
it's more difficult.
Yeah, damageless is more difficult. Yeah.
Okay.
Jamie doing a safe strat through this dark room, very respectable. Yeah. Another thing with these dark rooms is if you take any hazard respawn, you go all the way back to the front of the room, which is good for casual players, not so great for us.
Yes. Also, on current patch, these Aspid Hunters fire way quicker than on patch 1221, making the entire mound split way more dangerous.
Yeah, you saw it fire. Literally, Jamie was going full speed, and the Crucible Hunter still fired and almost hit her.
Mm-hmm. So
Oko
Oko
healing.
choosing to heal there, wise decision.
Yeah, it doesn't lose that much health, and there's a lot of places that you can just, for no reason, take 2 damage. Like that, like...
Yeah. Oh no, Oko.
Ooh.
No! Unfortunate death.
Yeah,
Mound is possibly the worst place you can die because you have to go all the way back through Sea Peaks.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. There is a shortcut you can take, but I am not sure if Oko knows.
I'm pretty sure. Does Oko play rando? If they do, then they should know it.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that is definitely a very, very unfortunate place to die, and at this point, the race already might be sealed.
Oko has gotten Crystal Dash though, so you can tell they haven't known to recover it. They're going based off muscle memory, although it would be faster to Crystal Dash across that entire room.
Yeah. Yeah. So Oko's gonna be trying to make his way back. At this point, Oko just has to hope for an opening. There's not much he can do.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh no, Jamie falling off the platforms.
Jamie went for the quick platform that saves 0.2 seconds. You love to see it.
I'm not familiar with the quick platform.
Yeah, you could dash there right as it's spawning, and you basically get there before it even, like, you can see it on screen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this definitely has to be very hard mentally for Oko. Dying in one of the, I want to say the worst place to die, save maybe the end of the Hera split, is incredibly, incredibly demoralizing.
Yeah. Mound and later on in Queen's Gardens and in Dark Deep Nest are the worst deaths in the run.
Yeah, Jamie getting current patch seer skip, obviously fake, obviously spliced. Get it on.
Is it significantly harder?
Yeah, it's a lot harder on current patch. So Oko does know the shortcut.
Okay, that's good at least. This way Oko doesn't need to go all the way through Sea Peaks, although having a little bit of trouble with those flippy platforms.
Yeah, definitely something that he might not be used to in runs before.
I always think it's worth it to, at least if you have a place where it's not unheard of for you to die, to at least practice and figure out what the optimal way of getting back is.
Ooh, another
for
thing
no reset
is
settings like this.
Oko's shade is in the dark room.
Oh, that's right.
So he might have to. I don't know how shade spawns in dark rooms work, but he might have to. Oh, there it is. I just saw it out of the corner of my eyes.
He shoots a fireball.
Yep,
Smart choice. Looks like they're going for the safe version of Crystal dashing across. Still at 1 health. Oko, stop giving us a heart attack.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's gonna grab all the soul from this and heal up. Well, Jamie builds even stronger of a lead.
So Jamie is now on her way to get Cyclone Slash. This is a lot earlier in the run than you'd get it in 1221, because as Ardo Saber pointed out, it's
used for yeah, sorry, you got it.
One of the perks of Cyclone Slash drops over inventory drops is that you're actually able to move sideways either direction while you're falling, versus inventory drops where you just fall straight down.
Yeah, Oko's scaring us a little bit with that mound, but finishes it up, and there's not really much places you can take damage for the rest of the split until you quit out, where Jamie is. So Oko out of the frying pan and not into the fire, and
not just yet. Watcher Knights are coming up, I think.
We bench before, so
right, that's true. Yes, and although Watcher Knights aren't near as free as they are in patch 1221, where you have a ton of iframes, you still have Descending Dark to be able to basically melt the Watcher Knights. It completely shreds their health.
Before we get Watcher Knights, though, we also have to pick up something that we missed that 1-2-2-1 we normally get in Shade Soul. We have to go back to Sanctum, grab Shade Soul, and then quit out and go to Watcher Knights.
That's right.
Yeah, this Soul Warrior that we're gonna have to fight has a lot more health than the one that we already fought.
Jamie
I think
does not save the grub. You hate to see it.
Jamie already saved one grub. Her grub saving duties have been fulfilled.
Unless you saved all of them, you still have more to save. Nice underplat from Ohko.
Yep, well executed. Yeah, Jamie, you're going to be trying to hit a lot of dives this fight. Something that I actually don't really do that well. 1 HP,
Jamie at
a little
1
bit scary.
Still gets it. Nice job, Jamie.
Yeah, that was a fast fight. I think I have to start using D-Dark more.
Yeah, it basically melted the boss. Another thing that makes the Soul Warrior a lot scarier than the first one is the fact that it spawns follies at the same time, which, as you said, Erdo Saber, can move really fast depending on your FPS.
Yep. And definitely getting in the way. It's another reason you want to do a lot of Descending Darks, because you don't want to deal with the follies. Ohko remembering to get key, very common mistake, is totally forgetting key there. And maybe potentially even worse, benching there. That would be a huge time loss. But Jamie approaching Watcher Knight.
Oh, right, because you quit out.
Yeah, and any percent muscle memory dictates that you bench there.
So does 1-2-2-1 memory. Although I don't think Ohko runs 1-2-2-1.
Yeah. Jamie approaching Watcher Knights. They're not as easy as on 1-2-2-1 as Tira said, sorry. But they're a lot easier than any percent, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. As you can see, Jamie just melted that first one.
Perfect RNG on the first one. Getting the triple fireball hit is really nice.
Really clean.
Ooh, unfortunate the second one didn't immediately die, but very clean fight from Jamie so far. Opting for some Shade Souls instead of just diving them, but finishes the fight off very well.
Oh yeah. I believe she made the choice because of the way that they were spread out.
Yeah. Probably would have been smart. Yeah, the runners are almost 3 minutes ahead. It would take nothing short of a miracle for Ohko to come back at this point, because Jamie is a very good and consistent runner.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Ohko. They're a very good runner too.
Absolutely. But the dark room is not very easy.
Oh no, not on any patch, and especially not on current patch.
Yeah, with how fast those, and you can't do the safe strat of jumping up and fireballing either, because you don't have Shade Soul.
Oh, so you'll just aggro it without killing it.
Yeah, it doesn't kill.
So there really is no truly safe strat.
Nope.
So Ohko now going to pick up Shade Soul. Hopefully we'll see as clean a fight as we did from Jamie, but minus the 1 HP scare.
Yeah, absolutely. And after this, we're gonna see a series of pretty difficult skips coming out from Jamie soon. The Isma's Acid skips, as well as the Spike Tunnel, which is actually easier in current patch, which is nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we don't have.
So Ohko just did something very interesting. Started off the fight with a Cyclone Slash. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I think it's what Jamie tried to do, but he ended up too high. So.
Right. So incredibly clean fight from Ohko.
Yeah. He ended up bonking into the Soul Warrior, which caused her to hit it, and Ohko getting a good Cyclone Slash, a ton of soul, and that just let him repeatedly D-Dark.
So Jamie's now gonna head down to get Isma's tier. We have a sequence of 3 skips to get there. Spike Tunnel followed immediately afterwards by 2 acid skips. These are actually the same between patches, except that the Spike Tunnel is apparently easier.
Yep, the spike tunnel, you don't get freeze frames when you do it, so it makes it a little bit easier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, still not an easy trick though. But both of these are rando players and very good runners, I expect nothing but the best.
Oh yeah, so Jamie gets it first try, not bad at all. The reason Jamie fired a Shade Soul there was because one of those worms like to, every now and then, drift right into the path of your C-dash, and then there's just nothing you can do except take a hit from the worm and take another hit to dunk in the acid.
You're cursing on stream saying the H word. Orb is a very cursed enemy in this game, and is the one who shall not be spoken most of the time.
You said the name too. You're just as much to blame as I am now.
Oh no, we're gonna get canceled.
But very clean acid skips from Jamie, as well as Jamie used the worm to get damage hit out of the picking up tier animation, which is something that saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah, and Oko, a little bit of a scary Watcher Knights fight. Good. Oh
no!
Very, very unfortunate. While the fight is easier on this patch, it is nowhere near completely easy, because there are a lot of damage tanks that are actually optimal to do, especially in this patch.
Yeah.
And you definitely hate to see it.
Another reason why 1221 is superior.
Yeah, chaining D-Darks.
Yes.
So Jamie here is going to be going through a couple Moloch skips, which I used to think were RNG, and now now I know there's only one that's truly RNG. The rest you can actually manipulate.
Yep, there are I think 4 different Molochs. Only one is true RNG. The rest there are strats, as you just saw Jamie do with one of them. The next 2 you should be able to completely not get hit, as you see Jamie do there. This next one is RNG. Oh no, there are a lot more than 4 Molochs. What am I saying?
I think there's 5.
Yes.
Yeah. We good RNG off the last one, because I think she took that a little bit slower than normal. So.
Still didn't get hit, which is quite impressive. You can see she wiggled to avoid getting damage.
Yep, so coming into this fight on 4 HP is completely comfy, which is nice to see. Oko back on 1 HP and Watcher Knights. Very, very scary. Looks like he only has 1 Watcher left, which is... he should be fine. I might also just be commentator clipping him. Nope.
Nope, there we go. So, Jamie now fighting Broken Vessel. This boss you want to get as many D-Dark hits as well as Shade Soul doubles. It's incredibly easy to get double hits on this boss.
Yeah, and that headbang attack is the exact thing you want to see. It's the best attack you can see, because you can just put together D-Darks.
Yep, and just like that, Jamie is done with the boss. Going to pick up wings. This is...
swag door. You love to see it.
Oh yeah, nice swag door from Jamie.
We see Oko in chat
Wings are the second to last movement skill we pick up.
What's after wings? Oh, I guess technically Shade Cloak, yeah.
Yes, Shade Cloak is.
Until Shade Cloak, this is all we have. That's all we really need.
Yeah, it opens up so many movement possibilities. There's a ton of amazing movement splits coming up.
Yeah, it doesn't actually really impact where we can normally access. There are only a couple places in the game that are inaccessible with it if you don't have wings.
One of them is actually Hornet 2.
No, you can get to Hornet 2 with a series of cool skips.
Cursed skips.
What's the difference?
Anything involving aspids is cursed, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, yeah, Jamie Jamie here's going to be making her way to Umu, which is known widely as one of the most RNG bosses in the game. But instead of having to 2-cycle or put her out of bounds, we're going to do a clean 1-cycle that is completely on the screen, which is
interesting.
Yeah, we use a different 1-cycle than they use in 1.2.2.1. Oko failing a couple.
I heard that Umu has more health in this patch. How is that possible?
I'm not sure if Umu has more health, but I know that she takes more. I think she does actually, but I know that she takes more knockback from fireballs as well. So we're gonna be seeing a descending dark, and then a couple nail hits, and then some hopeful fireball bubbles to kill Umu very, very quickly.
Interesting. Is there a reason that patch 1.2.2.1 doesn't do this?
I don't think that you can double Umu when it's on screen, because that's why you put her off screen so you can get those doubles.
Interesting.
So we see Oko getting the spike pogo,
spike tunnel.
Spike tunnel first try, which is nice to see. Doing the acid skip as well.
Pretty low, high, but still good.
Oko doing the final skip.
Oh no! They got it, but then dashed off.
Yep, I gets it the second time, no problem. We're just being mean. Oh, I said it again. And Jamie's gonna be coming up on.
How could you?
Jamie's gonna be coming up on Umu now. 3 HP, 3 masks. Decides to heal, but 3 is usually enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Jamie typically does a different strat here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, not the typical strat. You'll probably see the typical strat from Oko, but Jamie does a little bit of a different strat that's similar to the the current patch any percent run.
Huh.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to 1-cycle with that, as you see.
It looks like a more consistent 2-cycle though.
Yeah, it's a very, very consistent 2-cycle. If you mess up the 1-cycle, it's very possible that you can even 3-cycle.
Yeah. There we go. Clean Umu from Jamie. Well, we see Oko heading into the Broken Vessel split.
Yep, I think to know is Oko's pretty high on soul here, which is actually really, really nice.
Oh,
Doesn't really need to collect a lot of soul from this upcoming room.
They might choose to heal depending on how the Molochs treat them.
Yeah,
but
healing.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, healing before the Broken Vessel fight is completely free and good to do. But even healing before is doable. Ooh, getting hit there. And Jamie killing the second Dreamer. She's going to be making, with a couple detours, her way to the... She's going to be making her way to Hera. But first, we got to pick up a couple more skills that are necessary for this version.
This upcoming split has the hardest boss in the game. Massive Moss Charger.
Get your Mossy Pets out. Everyone get your Mossy Pets ready.
Definitely the hardest split. A real game breaker.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, this upcoming split has a lot of really, really cool and nuanced movement. Which hopefully the runners will showcase upcoming.
Are airwalks possible on current patch?
I think they are, but I don't think any of the runners go for them.
Oh, okay.
I could definitely be wrong because I've never got one, but I've heard somewhere that they are possible.
Alright. I'll have to try it out at one point then. I know that the Impossible Any % mod utilizes airwalk, but it also utilizes quality of life mod, so I don't know if it's connected at all.
Yeah, maybe.
Does anyone know if our runners are on PB pace? I imagine Oko, with the death in Mound, is no longer on PB pace.
I can't imagine Jamie on PB pace after missing Epogo, but
oh, that's right.
who knows? Yes, so we're gonna be seeing massive moss charger. The mossy pets must be in activity. Getting
Really
a quick
hard
kill.
boss, really clean kill.
And the quick kill it's decently difficult.
You need to know the timing for when to fire the Shade Soul before it goes in the ground after the screen.
Yeah, so Jamie's gonna be making her way. I've actually never seen a C dash there before. Making her way with a couple of well-placed C dashes, all the way to the Nail Master Shio, and is going to be getting the Great Slash. And
did they buff MMC in current patch as well?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it doesn't. We wouldn't know the difference between 1.2.2.1 and current patch, seeing as current patch doesn't use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Jamie
check
opting not to C dash there.
Actually, or you technically can, but it's incredibly tight that C dash on current patch due to the cycles being different. Yeah, that C dash is possible, but very, very difficult, and I don't think any runners go for it. Although it is possible.
Interesting. I mean, a lot of stuff that's possible in Hollow Knight is very technically like C dashless Isma skips.
We don't want to talk about mag skips, please.
As I said, technically but cursed.
Yeah, but another thing that's very cursed is talking about the spikes on top of the big pillars that they just went through. The hitbox on the spikes protrudes down a little bit, which makes C dashing off of it even more hard on current patch.
Well then, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check if Jamie is on PD pace. 1 minute.
Chat saying Jamie has 3 minutes of time save between current time and Sum of Best.
Yeah.
Does not get QGA skip. Hate to see it. I don't think it's possible with tier though.
No, it's not possible with tier.
So you'll see the runners now head up to Overgrown Mound to get our last spell. This is not the upgraded version, but it's the last one of a new kind of spell. This will be Howling Wraiths, the upward spell.
Yeah, we're gonna see Oko barely miss one cycle there. Knocked Umu off the platform with the D-Dark, which is one of the more unfortunate ways to lose the one cycle. Didn't really. I actually have no idea what I was supposed to say there, but it's an unfortunate. There's a lot of easy ways to miss that one cycle, but that is definitely one of them. Having Umu being too guided right and knocking her off the platform instead.
Interesting strat from Jamie there to D-Dark all the squits. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, Jamie about a minute behind her PB, which is not terrible considering that she has definitely said that she was rusty from this category, but probably not where she would want to be in a normal situation.
Yeah. But for a no reset race setting, it's really good.
Yeah, within a minute of PB is good enough, and most people feel for a race.
Yes.
C-dashing a little too low there, unfortunate.
Especially with ePogo, because you only have one chance. Chances are, if you, in most runners would reset if they failed ePogo, especially because it's so early in the run.
Yeah, another difference is that Panthas actually have, those little Pantha flying things have more health on current patch, and you can't damage tank here and warp to the bottom.
Yeah, so, I was aware of that one, but it looks like Jamie knows exactly what she's doing there.
Yep. Yeah, which it becomes a decent problem in any percent current patch, but it's not too big of a deal here.
Right. So Oko just picked up their second Dreamer while Jamie making her way through Queen's Gardens. This is actually my favorite room in the entire run, just for the really fun platforming segment.
You and your sibling climb, liking that room. I don't know.
Sibling climb is fun, okay? You just learn
It's
the
fun until
relative.
it's not, honestly. It's fun until it's not, and then when it's not, it's very
No,
not
but it's
fun.
still fun. You can
Jeez.
take a hit and still have fun. The reason why sibling climb is so scary for most runners is because although the shades spawn in relatively the same place, their drift is complete RNG. So you show up to the sibling climb, you have to basically trust your gut to know where they're going to be. You gotta pogo off of them to get to the top as quickly as possible. And they also do 2 damage and don't give you any soul.
Yeah. So, whereas normally 1-2-2-1 runners would be already having Hornet 2, these runners are going and getting Hera, and they're getting Monomon and Hera first because we need a little bit of extra geo before we get to dash slash, because that is quite a steep price.
Yes.
Yeah, so Jamie hasn't really made any big mistakes yet, which is very, very good. Given pretty much no opportunity for Oko to make up any time, regardless of a death or two. Yep, and Jamie killing her third and final Dreamer. After this, she's gonna be making her way to the hardest fight in the match, which is Hornet 2. We already fought Hornet 1, kind of a pushover, but Hornet 2, a lot more difficult, a lot faster. Ooh, Oko not remembering that it's current patch. That we actually, doing the cycle a little bit differently, but lose a little bit of time. Not the biggest deal in the world. But yeah. Hornet 2 is anything but a pushover compared to her first fight. I don't know how Hornet gets that strong that quickly, but to be honest, so do we. Hornet obviously speedrunning as well.
Hornet 2, you're gonna want to double your Shade Soul a lot, as well as get D-Darks at the optimal times.
Yeah, so another thing that you saw in Hornet 1 that's actually the exact same in Hornet 2 is the concept of stagger locking and keeping Hornet in a corner or in a corner or two and stagger her, know the prediction right out of the stagger, and then stagger her again and keep it going for as long as you can. If you can keep Hornet, if Hornet 2 cooperates for the first 5 seconds of the fight, you could probably stagger lock her for the rest.
Like, that's dependent on Hornet cooperating, and she does not like to do that.
Obviously. Yeah, but the first 5 or the first 2 or 3 attacks of the fight are by far the most impactful. Jamie quite a bit low on Geo, and Oko as well. Oko missing the fungal rocks, which led to this. I don't know what Geo Jamie missed to lead to this shortage.
I'm not sure. Jamie should be able to get more than enough, though, off of the hoppers. You can get, I think, 90 Geo comfortably, even with missing some, if you do the hopper cycles correctly.
Yeah, but another difference, almost final difference between current patch and 1.2.2.1 is that we do clockwise Kingdom's Edge, which we grab this bench, go down, grab dash slash, and we warp back, which means you actually can't get the hopper cycles that you normally get in 1.2.2.1, which you can technically do counterclockwise Kingdom's Edge, but it's not typically done. But there are still hoppers available to us. And a nice Geo Rock here. Oko scaring us a little bit with this Squid Arena. Alright,
Oko now out of danger. I really hope he'll heal up here. Getting any base level spells completely replenishes your soul.
Which is pretty nice. All right, Jamie getting scammed by Shio here, as per what usually happens almost 45 minutes ago in a 1-2-2-1 run. But
yeah, in 1-2-2-1 we pick it up. I think it's like the 3rd skill we get.
yeah, or 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in, not 5 minutes in. That'd be a nutty pace.
I don't think it's physically possible.
So, yeah, after this, Jamie is good to go for Hornet 2, make her way to the Abyss, and take out there. So, yeah, we talk about the name of the game, Hornet 2, getting Shade Soul Doubles, getting Descending Darks in the corners. Jamie's been pretty consistent with this fight throughout. Every time when I've seen her run, then she's been pretty consistent with this fight, so I'm expecting pretty good things. I also might be cursing her right here, but who knows?
I hope not. Herm, we need you for a counter curse. Ohko choosing not to kill that Petra there.
Yeah, that's it's not that big of a deal, and even in some cases optimal. So Jamie not getting the good first 5 seconds that I was talking about before.
You cursed her.
But her throwing in the corner there early is good, so she hopefully will be able to stagger lock now. Using a lot of Descending Darks, which is good. Descending to heal,
Oh, yeah.
also smart.
What you're looking for in a Hornet 2 fight is as few parries as possible. You want her needle throwing attack because she won't stagger there, so you can just D-dark her and she'll just stand there and take the damage.
Jamie,
oh no, unfortunate death.
Okay, unfortunate death. That loses about 1 minute and 20 seconds based on where it was in the fight. Doesn't unless Jamie somehow chain dies to Hornet 2. We did curse her, but it's even still it's very improbable that Ohko will make his way back in.
Yeah, I really hope Jamie does not die again. Chain deaths are a thing and not what you want to see in a race setting.
Yeah, especially after being tilted after 1 death, it is very possible.
So meanwhile, Ohko is going through Dark Deep Nest, very clean. Going for the C-dash with the platform there, a little bit scary, but very, very well done.
Jamie back on 2 HP, a little bit scary. Should be able to stagger here. Back on 1 HP, very, very scary.
I hope we didn't comms curse her.
Comms curse isn't a thing.
I wish I believed that.
Probably healing? Yes, healing.
Yes,
definitely.
thank you for healing.
Taking a much safer fight. Hornet 2 should almost be dead. Probably 1 or 2 dark zones.
There we go. There we go. Hornet 2 is now dead. While Ohko picks up their last streamer.
Yeah, after a while, you just kind of get a feeling for when she's almost dead. Sometimes it kind of screws you because you'll be on 1 HP and you're like, yeah, she's almost dead. You D-dark and she doesn't die. And then
yeah. It's a lot more scary also on current patch because not near as many iframes.
Yeah, not as many iframes and 1 more hit to stagger, which makes stagger locking a little bit harder.
Oh, that's true.
So Jamie's going to be making her way down to the Abyss, and then she's going to be finishing the game. Yeah. So this run is pretty much over. Just one or two more detours. Sierra's favorite sibling climb. I don't
fun,
know.
okay?
Ooh, I didn't know that hazard respawn brought you all the way back to the beginning of the room. It's a little unfortunate.
A little bit more time saved for for Ohko.
I wouldn't get your hopes up for a very, very close match at this point. It would take, yeah, again, even still, nowhere near a miracle to knock Jamie out here.
It'd take a couple chain dives to sibling climb, which I don't want to see out of any runner.
Yeah. Another thing is THK is a lot more difficult in current patch than it is in 1-2-2-1. Basically, Team Cherry noticed that in 1-2-2-1 the fight was very, very easy and baby, and decided, hey, we're gonna make the fight a lot harder for current patch.
Yeah, so the boss moves a lot quicker, probably has more damage.
Yeah, there are some attacks that do a lot more damage.
Oh, that's right, the pillar attack does
Does
double damage compared to 1221 where it only hits one time.
Yeah. And in this fight in particular, where you're trying to Abyss Shriek, which is a skill that they're going to be picking up soon, you're going to be trying to use it a lot for good damage output, and basically, yeah, we haven't picked it up all run, but it is the best damage output for the current patch possible. So they're going to be.
I think it's the best damage output for any patch, honestly.
Flukes is better.
Oh, that's right, my bad. Flukes is cursed, though.
Yeah, flukes do exist, much to probably Team Cherry's dismay.
I mean, they did nerf it a lot on...
He has exactly enough Geo with the Geo Rock. I don't think he knows it, though. So, sibling climb here out of Jamie.
Really clean sibling climb.
Oh my god!
No!
What a recovery, though. That was a very, very, very impressive recovery.
Yes, very.
Sierra almost commentators cursing Jamie right there. But, yep, Jamie, there's not much really left for Jamie to do. Picking up Shade Soul, not Shade Soul, we picked that up a while ago. Picking up Shade Cloak here, which is upgrade to the dash that lets you be invulnerable while dashing. We're going to quit out here because this cutscene is incredibly long.
Yes, as long as you quit out after you touch the basin a bit, you'll have registered picking up the spell. Not the spell, the Shade Cloak.
Yeah, and Oko is going to be fighting Hornet 2 upcoming. Hopefully we see... You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Good idea.
I may have just said
earlier that you don't... Yeah. You just said earlier you don't believe it.
Just to play it safe.
Good choice.
But Jamie is going to be getting the final skill here in Abyss Shriek, which is the best damage output. However, you do have to stand still while you use it, which leads to a couple of damaging instances. Well,
you also need to stand really close to the enemy as well.
Yep. So we're going to see hopefully a good Hornet 2 out of Oko. As they're staggered in the corner. Doesn't seem to know the... You gotta commentate about the Hornet 2 fight. It's the Hornet 2 fight. Healing here. Fair. Smart.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jamie picking up the last skill of the game, Abyss Shriek.
Oko using more dives than double fireballs. It's a preference.
Honestly,
preference choice.
With using the
iframes. I think Hornet has the... Hornet got the AI glitch. Ooh, that's really unfortunate. But it was too short to tell, but I think Hornet got the AI glitch, which actually doesn't lose any time, but sometimes she can get stuck in the ground. Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Not sure. But either way, it didn't help Oko with an unfortunate death there. Meanwhile, Jamie doing the most movement-heavy area in the game, other than Path of Pain when done quickly and optimally. Abyss Climb. With the really flag movements, pogoing off those spikes like that.
Yeah, this is commonly done as an individual level alone, basically mimicking the Abyss Climb right here, but it's done alone, and it's very, very well optimized. A lot of runners do that without even doing all skills, and a lot of runners like to optimize their Abyss Climbs to feel good coming into the final splits.
Oh yeah. It's an incredible climb when you do it well.
Yeah, Oko seems to be doing a little bit better on Hornet 2. And finishes off, no problem.
Both runners getting Hornet 2 second try. But because the camp bench is mandatory in current patch, it's not as much of a time deficit if you do die compared to patch 1221.
Yep.
And Jamie making her way over to the final boss, the Hollow Knight. Here's hoping for a Helicopter Knight.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
There
Blessed run.
A truly blessed run. Sacrificing 2 seconds for the infinite means, which is Cyclone Knight. A sight for sore eyes.
The reason why that happens is whatever movement or animation the knight is in when the scream starts, it'll continue doing that until you leave the room.
Yeah, so THK, as we said before, a lot harder of a fight, and Jamie is actually the comm sob holder for this fight, so hopefully we can expect a good fight, yeah.
I hope you didn't just comms curse her.
Never. Not a thing.
First it's a thing, first it's not a thing. I don't know, I believe in it just to be on the safe side. Try to avoid it. You can see the Hollow Knight fight is a lot scarier on this patch, but for the most part a really clean fight. You can see she tried to go for Scream Skip and just missed it.
Yeah, Jamie's trying to get as many Abyss Shrieks as possible while THK is unmoving or doing the Flame Pillar attack. Some good plays to get this. Not getting Scream Skip, a little unfortunate, losing 5 seconds. But finishing off the fight. Big GG.
Very clean fight. She got really good RNG. The Hollow Knight barely dashed at all.
Yeah. Finishing the fight with a 1 hour, I think it is 49 seconds.
Very good time, especially for a no reset setting.
Yeah.
That's an incredible time.
Yep, and now we're gonna switch to OhkoXar's audio.
As OhkoXar comes up on Shade Cloak, about to do the aforementioned sibling climb, starting off with 2 damage, a little bit scary. Hopefully,
yeah, all these siblings do double damage, which is unfortunate.
But makes it through all right. Giving a bit of a heart attack there at the end.
Yeah, I would say the middle of that Abyss climb was very, very clean, though, which you like to see.
Oh, yeah. And OhkoXar did it very optimally as well.
Yep. It is... it's hard... Is there any place you could take damage between here and the end? You're going to have to try to take damage. You're going to take damage here.
Yeah, you can't really, I don't think.
Unless you somehow backtrack, go into some random void tendrils. You're pretty much wrong until you quit out.
Jamie with the about word at 2 on screen. We're sorry for cursing you, Jamie.
Jamie with the content text on screen. You love to see it. Yeah, so after both the runners finish, we're going to be getting them in here for an interview. But until then, we're just going to focus on OhkoXar, finishing the match out. But yeah, so OhkoXar's not out of the tournament yet. Still in the losers bracket to face Purple Pyros, I believe, in the next round. Which that should be a match to look forward to as well.
Honestly, all the matches are exciting to watch.
Yeah, especially in current patch. The superior patch. We're going to be linking down patching tutorials to both runners.
Yes,
as
because
always.
1-2-1 is superior. You can tell because current patch runners kill Myla.
Yes. That is the reason why it is superior.
No. You are objectively wrong. Anyway, OhkoXar picking up his last skill, about to do the Abyss Climb. The most movement-heavy segment, as we mentioned earlier, before going to fight THK.
Com's arguing about killing Milo. What could be better?
There's only one correct answer, Ardio.
Let's focus on this Abyss Climb. I expect great things out of OhkoXar right here.
Yes. It is really hard to get optimally, and the thing with the Abyss Climb is, oh no, OhkoXar just demonstrated it. If you get hit anywhere, the hazard respawns can be really really frustrating. As you saw, OhkoXar was quite a ways up and respawned all the way back at the beginning.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Luckily, there's a hazard respawn right there.
It's still quite far below where Oko was.
Hopefully,
And
we'll be
Oko
seeing some safer
now,
strats
please
now.
take safer strats. Still going for it. Oh no, 1 health. Please take the safe strats, Oko.
Okay, don't you dare. Okay. Scared me.
Phew.
There's still a couple places where you can take damage on the split, so he's not completely out of the woods yet, but hold my breath. Monka S-ing.
Okay, at this point, Oko is pretty much safe. I imagine he'll bench before THK, especially because it hard saves you. If you bench at Dirtmouth, you don't have to interrupt a C-dash, so it's quicker to bench there, especially because you get hard save to the Black Egg Temple as soon as you start the Hollow Knight fight.
Yep. Yeah, I believe benching here or benching at Dirtmouth, it's around the same.
Yes, but Dirtmouth is closer to the Black Egg Temple for if you take a death, so it's optimal for this.
Ooh, we see Jamie.
Jamie, please make the right choice. Talk to Elderbug.
Jamie loading back into the save, possibly offering us some content.
Content either way, but Jamie, there's only one wrong choice. A couple right choices, but. And we get a helicopter knight from Oko, blessed run. Jamie heading in the wrong direction.
Oh, you'll love to see it.
No,
I believe
you really don't.
There's a possibility that she is bowing to Mila, which we might see.
I have to hope for that.
But let's focus on the runner coming into the THK fight with only 3 hits of soul, a little low.
Jamie going for the right choice, saving a grab. You love to see it. Well, Oko, let's focus on Oko's screen now. With his THK fight. Looks like Jamie is taking the respectable option.
You hate to see it.
No, you'd love it. While Oko fights the Hollow Knight, going for some D-Darks instead of Abyss Streaks.
D-Darks are especially in current patch, you can chain D-Darks and Abyss Streaks for pretty good movement when THK is dashing. Ooh, Jamie taking an unfortunate death to Mila. You hate to see it.
No, Jamie.
Accidental death. That loses hours.
Jamie taking the most respectable death in the run.
Instantly forfeiting the match.
Nope, that... Jamie didn't kill Mila. Automatic winner.
During the self-stab phase, doing damage doesn't really do anything. Anything you do to THK only deals 1 damage. So most runners opt to heal or fill up on soul. Oko cannot go for screen skip as he only has 1 HP.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit nervous, except THK is... Yep, THK is dead right there. GG, Oko.
Big GG to Oko.
Finishing with a 107.57. Almost a shout out to 56.
Almost. So we are going to be DMing invites to the runners soon. And we'll be getting them both in here for interviews upcoming, which should be interesting. We ask that both runners come up for interviews.
All right.
GG, Jamie.
GG to both the runners. Congrats to Jamie for the big win.
Thank you very much.
I was too washed up.
Yeah, I feel you there. I felt Yeah,
First round of the
from-
day.
Yeah.
It looked like
Did you
had-
also miss Epogo? Okay.
I missed Epogo, and then I was like,
Rip.
oh crap.
Yeah, I also did. So I felt like I had I did know that you were behind, but I was like, how? Oh no. Basically, the
Did
whole.
either of
It's
you
like-
have the stream open at all that race?
I had my sister with the stream.
Ah.
My sister is here. She wants to say
Mhm.
hi. There you go.
Getting wrecked by RNG, my friends. Getting wrecked.
Yeah, tell me about it. Sanctum was very
You both
questionable.
had insane sanctums.
Yeah, that was
the
um.
I made some time in Sanctum, but
Yeah, you both had a pretty good room. Jamie had a very good Soul Master fight, but that room before Soul Warrior was a little bit scary.
Yeah, everything in my Sanctum just felt incredibly scary, apart from Hellroom, ironically.
Yeah.
But hey.
Oko, did you have stream open at all? This stream?
wait, what?
Did you have the stream open at all?
Can you say that again?
The stream, the restream, the
I was watching it, yeah.
You were watching? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a really, really unfortunate death in the dark room for you.
hmm
Yeah,
That's the
there's-
first time. That's the first time I've actually died to that idiot.
Yeah, that is
Oh.
really, really unfortunate.
Yeah. You had a really amazing sibling climb, though.
hmm
Mm.
That's
The
what I
middle
normally
ground is
do.
like-
Sibling climb. I just take the damage tanks and use the guys.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, mine I sort of just like I got scared right at the start and forgot what I was doing, and then just like fell all the way to the bottom. Like, okay, let's try this again.
yeah.
You got it, though, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
In future races, I probably will not be watching the restream. I got too distracted from it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it looked like from the beginning, Oko, you had a bit of nerves. I noticed you were having a bit of trouble with the Vengefly in King's Pass.
That was
Mhm.
just it. That was just bad spawns.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Jamie,
not necessarily as much as nerves as I'm distracted.
Fair.
yeah.
I hear that.
Incredible abyss climb. No, not abyss climb. Sibling climb save from you, Jamie. That was very
Yeah, that's I know from a lot of rando that there's usually a shade down there. So I just like prayed and it just
Wow.
happened to be there, thankfully. But,
That's amazing.
yeah,
and
saved me from a nice 30 seconds.
common theme for all skills races is Hornet 2 bullying you two.
Yeah, definitely.
Very unfortunate. You actually, neither of you lost any time to each other in that fight. You guys both died at very, very similar times.
Oh wow. Okay.
hmm Yeah, I was like dashed into Hornet far too many times.
Yep.
For both runners, are there any parts of the run that you're particularly proud of?
Sanctum.
Yeah, that was definitely a very
Yeah,
good
you had a
segment.
very good
Yeah.
sanctum.
I have to be proud of the fact that I got literally 0 golds the entire time, but I managed to like save the entirety of Shade Soul to Great Slash. I was saving time versus my PB,
Oh, that's amazing.
which I was incredibly proud of.
I lost
Yeah.
time in every segment except for I had 6 golds.
Oh,
Congrats.
okay. Gotta lower that summer best somehow, and that's what the tourney's for, right?
Absolutely.
Mhm. By the way,
Mm.
guys, I do have a knock joke here.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
knock knock jokes.
Go
What are
for
knock
it.
knock jokes? Rare.
All right, knock.
Who's
Who's
there?
there?
Comms.
Kansu.
Comms are the cuties. Give them a hand, guys.
Oh,
Aw.
let's go. Woo! Okay.
More than that, runners are cute. Chat is cute.
Ah.
Everyone's
Oh,
cute.
speaking of
Okon's
chat,
cute.
chat, if you have any questions you would like to ask the runners, before we
It
head
may
out.
take a sec.
Yeah,
Oh.
the 40 secs,
I'll
but
chat. So.
Yeah, as we wait, is there anything either of you two want to talk about your run, about your hopes for the rest of the tournament?
I need to go practice more. I feel like I didn't touch it. It's like I didn't touch the game after I got like my 1 hour PB for like 11 days. So that definitely hurt.
oh yeah, taking a week break is not great for skills.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we were both rusty because I was also forced to take like 5 days off myself.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
So I've been spending the last 3 days just no resetting constantly.
Yeah, that was
Uh-huh.
actually one of my first no resets ever. Actually, I think that was my third ever no reset.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Alright.
No resets are honestly quite hard to do in practice settings because the urge to reset is so strong.
Yeah, I mean, I lose 10 seconds by cloak, and I'm just like, I want, just please, numpad 3. Save
Actually,
me.
yeah, but I should have just kept going for ePogo. Yeah. So yeah, that claw would have been an immediate reset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We look forward to seeing both of you the rest of the tournament. Thankfully, it's winners bracket. You guys are both still in the tournament, which is fortunate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go say hi to Pyros, and then hopefully say hi to you and Urto and losers.
I'm
And
looking forward
Jamie,
to
you have some good luck and against JB.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah.
Alright.
So I don't think we have any other questions. Big congrats to Jamie. We hope to see good things out of both of you. Maybe not some great things from Oko. Maybe I could win that match, but
I'm rooting for Oko.
Whoa,
Ardo Saber's
Ardo's
a Mila
better.
killer.
Ah,
All right, I'm gonna grind and I'm gonna go grind, and hopefully we can actually have a good race, Erdo.
I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to it. All right.
Alright,
Alright, thank you,
GG
chat, for
runners.
sticking around.
Congrats, Jamie.
thank you very much.
Bye.
Yeah.